This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Houston, Texas, as the Rockets take it to the hardwood. Pistons coming to town, hoping to notch this one here. In this one-game road trip. There's no question this game will put them to the test. Facing off against a team that has every expectation of beating them, they'll need to play a complete game to snare a win.
Yeah, and I think this is an important game for these guys, Kevin, because, you know, they only play this matchup twice during the regular season. As you mentioned, they lost the first one. So it's very important. You don't want to get swept by a club in the season series.
Steve, it's always about pride. I mean, that's always a factor when you're talking about pro players. I mean, these guys want to know that they can come and play a strong game. They know they didn't bring it last time, and they want to change that approach right here, right now.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Monroe and Drummond there inside. Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt, and it's Chandler in at the small forward. Harden has a wide-open look, and that one goes long. For the Detroit Pistons, they won their last contest, that game against New Orleans.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
And the Rockets with possession here after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Passes it to Q. Feeds it to Brewer. Dishes it to Harden. 4 on the clock. And the pass to Q. 18 feet out. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. Q's got his first bucket of the night. Houston on D. It's a three-point game. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think, guys, is really how this team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And, Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And there's the foul. It's on Q. That's his first foul. So it's Detroit now. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Stan Van Gundy had a moment to share with me. He told me that they're ready for an exciting game going up against a team that's certainly capable of filling it up in a hurry. But he said, we can't get so carried away trying to score with them that we get away from playing tough, gritty defense. If you slack off even a little bit, they can really go off. Guys, we'll see if they can strike the right balance and even the series. Back to you.
And Doris, thank you as always. And of course, facing an offense like this, you really have to be aware at all times of the weapons they throw at you.
No question. And, you know, and it's one thing to plan for them. It's another thing when you actually see them. This is an explosive club, so they've got to be ready defensively.
Yeah, it takes some defensive creativity in my mind. And he's shown himself to be a coach who's always got a few wrinkles in his pocket. Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
There's the lob to the hoop, and the jam by Harden.
Now, they're really doing a nice job of stringing together solid possessions and building that lead up.
That's the key, Steve. They'll stay in control of this game if they can just avoid any lulls going forward.
Pistons trail by 7. Now here's Jennings. His last outing, he had 24 points. Here's Monroe. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings.
A good job of spotting his teammate near the basket and zipping the pass right in there.
They set the pick. Here's Q. Off with the layup.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. And they were right in his face.
Deep 2 from Jennings. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden kicks to Brewer. On the wing, Chandler. Against New Orleans, who is really on his game. Pushing it up. Here's Q.
Oh, look out.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. They've got to pad their lead any time an opportunity presents itself. And I'll tell you what, that was a golden one there.
Here's Meeks. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Jennings dishes to Drummond. Shot is no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. Harden outside. Pass to Q. From about 16, and it's Houston with another.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Pistons. And with this break, why don't we check out the hottest shooting point guards over the last month? And you look at Q, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
Well, he's been even more accurate with his shooting than he's been with his passing. Just a terrific percentage from the field for him.
And those shots aren't all coming from 10 feet and in. I mean, he's taking legitimate shots. I mean, it might seem like it because of his percentage that he's in close, but he's putting up those numbers from outside.
Here's Meeks. And he also played really well in the win against the Pelicans. Jackson passes to Meeks. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Meeks got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. There's the lob to the hoop. Isley, good.
Look at the points in the paint, the inside game. It's been very one-sided here for a while now.
Well, the defense just hasn't been physical enough at the rim. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have come from the paint.
And there.
I like that shooting.
Substitution here. And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 13-5 run. There's a screen. And Prigioni kicks to Moniunas. Pass to Prigioni. The feed now to Bennett. Lets the 3 fly. That's good. Bennett's got his first 3 points of the game.
Didn't have a hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
There we go, fans. Keep it going for your Rockets power dancer.
Here's Jennings. No good. Welcome back. A fun lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
The defense was really impressive there, guys, in that first quarter. They came out focused right from the beginning.
And, Steve, that's a big part of why they're on top right now.
Q in at point guard. Trevor Ariza out there with Bennett. Then it's Harden, and it's Moniunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Q, he's guarded by Jennings. In hard off that pick and finished strong. The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
And Detroit has possession. Following the score by Houston. He kicks it to Drummond. Here's Meeks. Shot clock at 5. And Chandler, here we go. Good. Chandler's got his first points in this one.
Didn't that one play out smoothly?
Rockets leading by 6. Ariza a screen on Jennings. Q, terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
They've taken so many shots down there, and they're knocking them down. Really good looks in the paint.
No doubt the offensive philosophy today, pound that thing inside.
Jennings dishes to Monroe. It's back to Jennings. Kicks to Meeks. The Pistons working the ball around now. The drive by Jennings. Chandler outside. From downtown. Chandler with another miss. Houston's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Hi, Kev. Well, Q in their last time out against the Timberwolves put on a show. He had 43 points, and he tallied those points, and as always, piling up rebound after rebound as well. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance, Clark. He was at his absolute best in this game.
Yeah, and the only thing about having a game like that, Kevin, is that it's almost impossible to duplicate it here tonight.
Well, nobody's expecting that, Clark, and they don't need him to do that. If he's even half as good as he was that night, it should be enough.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
Now, here is Monroe. Back to Jackson. The rebound by Q.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Here's Meeks, and that one is stuffed right through.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to...
Oh, how about that basketball,
Wasn't that
man?
beautiful?
Wow.
Nice hops and determination that time. Clark to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Plays it in off a pretty alley-oop. Isley's got his second basket of the game.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. Back to Jackson. 6 to shoot. No one near him. Drained for 2 points.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down. Now we get a chance to check out Andre Drummond. What a string of games he's put together.